Welcome to the only daily podcast focusing on compliance news of the day. Each morning, start your day with a cup of coffee and Tom Fox, the voice of compliance, to hear about 4 of the top compliance, corruption, or leadership stories you will need to start your day. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network.
The Daily Compliance News for November 17, 2023, the Broken Code Edition. And we begin with that story from Radical Compliance. Yes, Matt Kelly has opined on the U.S. Supreme Court's first ever Code of Conduct, which he says is broken. Why is it broken? Well, he lists several different reasons. Number 1, the code lacks any enforcement mechanism. Never explains how someone could report a violation or even to whom. Even if the code did report a violation, there's no mechanism for checking it out. Second, there are many shoulds the justices should do, but not must what they would do. So it's very light on the demands that a code would put into place. And if you have a code of conduct, people need to know that they are accountable for their actions. Well, there's no accountability in this code. So it's all out, but it's already deemed broken, at least by Radical Compliance. Next up from the Wall Street Journal, it continues its series of stories on the chair of the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, or the FDIC, Martin Gruenberg, says the journal says he set a tone that left alleged harassment and discrimination unpunished. And, of course, the journal has been investigating this, and it's found the leadership created a long-time toxic atmosphere with few consequences for bad behavior. And as one senator asked, what the hell is going on at the FDIC? Well, hopefully we'll find out in a report that the FDIC has commissioned of outside counsel, but that remains to be seen. Next up, from the New York Times, a lengthy article about pandas, ping pongs, and profits. For those of a certain age, you understand what pandas and ping pong are about. U.S.-Chinese diplomacy, ping pong diplomacy, and panda diplomacy. Well, now we've got profits, as the Chinese leader Xi Jinping has emphasized friendship in an address to executives from Apple, Boeing, and Nike. Whether this actually changes boots on the ground or not, of course, is an open question. And then finally, from Reuters, you might want to ask, what good are lawyers? Well, apparently the AI chat box can pass the National Lawyer Ethics exam and passes it at a higher rate than real lawyers. Whether that says something about AI, whether that says something about lawyers, or the test itself, it's all open to debate. But chatbots are better at ethics than apparently real lawyers. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network and a proud member of C-Suite Radio. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you'll join me again tomorrow.